Tonight, a rapidly evolving public health emergency, with Massachusetts confirming its first case of coronavirus in Boston, the 8th in the U.S. so far. The patient, a UMass Boston student in his 20s who visited Wuhan, China. The Department of Defense approving future quarantine centers at military bases across the country, with space for the nearly 1,000 Americans still stuck in Wuhan. Starting tomorrow, the government will enact its strictest measures yet.
They told us to monitor ourselves and if we feel any symptoms at all to report it through the CDC.
Banning most foreigners who visited China recently from entering the United States and requiring Americans who visited Hubei province to undergo a 14-day quarantine, including the 195 Americans evacuated earlier this week. Delta Airlines accelerating plans, halting all flights to and from China after Sunday.
We're nowhere near as prepared as we need to be. There are weaknesses both within the U.S., but especially around the world.
So far, at least 11,000 people are infected in 24 countries, but concern is growing the true number could be much higher. A new study predicts as many as 75,000 people could be infected in Wuhan alone.
It's certainly much less severe than SARS. On the other hand, it's spreading more rapidly than SARS spread.
The rapid rise in infection alarming officials.
We're really probably at the tip of the iceberg in understanding how contagious it really might be.
Around the world, the race to halt the spread is on, as fear spreads in the U.S. that coronavirus may soon reach a tipping point.
And Sarah joins us now from outside March Air Reserve Base, where those 195 Americans are quarantined. Sarah, what do we know about their condition?
Jose, people here are being screened every 12 hours for possible symptoms. And tonight, 4 more sites across the country, just like this one, are being prepared for anyone who is evacuated from Wuhan.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.